Tell me if you think this is being done by accident or intentionally. Let me know in the chat when you're done. Take a look.
Mexico, the border with Guatemala, more migrants heading our way. This is a mass of Haitians yesterday that were pushing through and essentially forming a stampede at a refugee center. They want expedited humanitarian visas to travel north to the U.S.-Mexico border so they could get here into the United States. And they started trampling migrants. They started trampling officials. 2 people were hospitalized as a result of, again, that largely Haitian group trying to push into the refugee center. And back out here live, as you look at these migrants being processed, that illegal crossing we were showing you, that went on for 2 hours straight. Border Patrol has been bringing buses in for the last 2 hours, trying to get them out and process them as fast as they can. You might be able to hear that heavy machinery behind me. Border Patrol is bringing in all sorts of tractors. They're digging up dirt. They're putting poles up. They're essentially building a processing facility right here because the sheer amount of people that have come through. And one more thing to point out, all of this is happening underneath the port of entry. The bridge, that shade that's being caused, the bridge above them, that is the legal way to come into the United States. That is the way the Biden administration has told migrants to come into the United States, the lawful way. Well, thousands of these people said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to cross illegally. We're going to walk across the river. Now they're being processed, and they're going to be expected to be released into the United States. I'll send it back to you, and I apologize. I'm having some earpiece issues, guys.
Again, all of you in the chat agree. I don't know what to tell. We are about. It's now a hostile takeover. The United States, as you know, has now failed.
Wow.
There's a bridge literally right above where these people are, where they could engage in a legal immigration process, get a visa, go to a port of entry, approach. They're just saying, go F yourself. We're not doing that. We're just going to walk in below the bridge because we just don't feel like it. And instead of us saying, that's not the way this works, you need to go back home, we're saying, yeah, come on in. We'll just give you a ride to wherever you want to go. You understand how bad this is? Folks, all of this is being done on purpose. The inflation crisis right now and the housing crisis right now are being caused by big swamp Republicans and evil Democrats. They are spending money we don't have. They know we don't have it. They're spending it anyway. Do you understand that? Because they're spending money we don't have, the Federal Reserve has to lend them money effectively through this long, arduous process called printing money. That's what they're doing. They're digitally creating money to give to people to spend. If we don't have the money, how's the government paying people? The government's paying people because they're printing money. Do you understand that? What happens when they print or digitally create new money? It finds its way into circulation. It doesn't burn after people spend $1. So then it chases products, which is causing inflation, which is causing interest rates to go up as they try to dry up the money they keep printing. Why are they trying to dry up the money they keep printing? Why not just stop printing it? Because they're assholes. Stop asking questions like a normal person.
We'll stop the video right there. You can stop the video right here and let me know, why do you think this is happening?
Causing mortgage rates to approach 8%. So now people don't want to sell their homes because they're locked in on a 4% mortgage. So they don't want to buy a home at an 8% mortgage costing them thousands. Why is that happening? Because they're printing more money. Why don't they stop printing money? Because they don't give a shit. That's why. They're doing it on purpose. They could stop this tomorrow. They don't want to. The fentanyl crisis, they could stop it at the border tomorrow. They don't want to. They could stop furthering and advancing this war if they would stop sending billions of dollars and take care of what we're doing at home. They don't want to. When are you guys going to stop this shit going on at the border? I want you to watch or play dumb for an answer. Take a look at this.
How many people coming into this country illegally is enough, President Biden? Then?
Say that last one.
How many people illegally coming into the United States is enough for President Biden?
Enough for what?
5.9 million people have been encountered illegally.
I know the numbers, but enough for what?
Enough just to stop the flow.
As I mentioned, this is a problem that's been around for some time now, for decades. A broken system.
No, it hasn't been around for decades. The number of people piling in per year was dramatically different under Donald Trump. We get it. People have crossed in the country illegally forever. That's not the point the guy was making, dipwad. The point the guy was making was that the problem is dramatically worse under your boss oatmeal brains in the White House. It's because he's doing it on purpose. Do you understand what he's saying? Can you notice how Karine Jean-Pierre plays dumb? Of course there's been illegal immigration and drugs. That's not the point. It's not the black or white issue. It's the gray in between. It's a whole lot darker and grayer under you than it was under Trump. Why? By the way, I wish these reporters would understand. Are you guys as pissed about this as I am? I wish they would ask their questions better. What's enough? Of course, listen, I don't know this guy. I don't pile on him. I have no idea who he is. It's just a dumb question. Here's how you ask this question. Everybody tracking me? Under the last president and the president before, I'd throw Obama in there. I don't even care. We had an average of X number of people crossing per month. Under President Biden, we've had X times 1,000. Why is it X times 1,000 under your boss when it wasn't under the last two presidents?
Exactly. And he makes a great point. Actually, I want to dive into this. Because a lot of people, they don't realize the difference here between the numbers. So this is the encounters by month, right? And I want to go to 2020. The total number in 2020, guys, is 458,000, right? And then in 2021, right, because this is year by year, as you guys can see right here, these are the years, 2020, 2021. I'm hoping you guys can see this correctly. So you guys are seeing it with me, right? So the number is 458,000 when Trump was president. Mind you, maybe we could go a little lower. Can we go a little lower to 2019? Yeah, we could go to 2019. We could go to 2019 as well. But before we go to 2019, I just want to show you for the last 3 years, 1.7 million, right? For the last 3 years, 1.7 million, 2.3 million, 2.6 million, 2.2 million, and now it's climbing in 2023. Mind you, once again, this is still happening. This year is still happening. So, and mind you, now we have camera and video footage of all these people coming into the United States. But once again, it's not just Hispanics, right? There's a bunch of Africans, Haitians, every race, everybody is just coming in and they're not being vetted. There's nothing's happening, right? They could come here legally, but they come here illegally and still get the same award as if they will come here legally. So there's no difference. And this is what I mean by you can't blame those people, because those people are being let in by actual Americans as well. Americans are letting them in, and they're giving them the same treatment as if they would have been coming here legally. So the treatment doesn't change whether you come here legally or illegally. It does seem like that because they're being bussed, they're being given money, they're being given phones and all these different things. And once again, we don't even know who's coming in, right? These are people from third world country. No offense, they might look like me, they might look like you, but they're not us, right? That's why there's a legal process of coming here. It has to be special to come to the United States of America. I'm not saying that we should not have people come here, but we should have people come here legally so we can know who they are. They can be vetted, and we can understand, and they can understand what it's like to be an American citizen. But now that you got a bunch of ungrateful people coming in, there's so many reports, right? We've watched a couple documentaries on these migrants and the way they treat their hotels, the way they treat the handouts. They're not even treating it like they're thankful for it. So these are the numbers year by year, right? Year by year. The numbers are right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen, year by year.
Very serious update for you regarding the situation at our southern border. Ever since May, when I started making content, I've been covering this topic to raise awareness, to let as many people know about what was happening. And at that time, many people told me that I was blowing it all out of proportion. Wasn't that serious. Some of the comments did understand how serious the issue was and said that we were being invaded. Well, that statement has never been more clear. And although I've been dreading this day, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has officially declared an invasion in the state of Texas. Governor Abbott penned a letter to Joe Biden on X, along with a post. And if you'd like to read the letter, it's on his page. I've also pinned the letter on my page under the same username. I'll read you a few lines from that letter, and then we'll talk about the outrageous number of crossings that have happened over the last few days. The letter is addressed to the Honorable Joseph R. Biden, and I definitely disagree with that title, especially now. In the first few lines of the letter, he talks about how the U.S. Constitution won ratification by promising states that the federal government would protect each of them against invasion. By refusing to enforce the laws enacted by Congress, your administration has made it clear that it will not honor that guarantee. Again, I'm paraphrasing some of this, If you want to read the full letter, it's on social media. I'm sure you don't want to be bored with, the specific articles of the Constitution and all that stuff. The governor highlighted this next part when he shared the letter online. The federal government's failure has forced me to invoke Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3 of the U.S. Constitution, thereby enabling the state of Texas to protect its own territory against invasion. He then goes on to list consequences and issues that have happened because of Joe Biden's border policies under his watch. Now let's talk numbers. Also, real quick, the mayor of Eagle Pass has declared a state of emergency as well. At the time of filming this video, according to CBP, over 10,000 crossings took place in Eagle Pass alone within the last 24 hours. Border Patrol also reporting that over 45,000 encounters took place at ports of entry and between them just in the last 5 days. To put it in perspective, 7,500 people crossed on Sunday alone. Let me know in the comments what you think about the situation at the border. Be sure.
It's chaos on Capitol Hill. Lawmakers